anything that I say, no matter how crazy, Usha has to smile and laugh and celebrate it.
My wife did not grow up Christian. I think it's fair to say that she grew up in a Hindu family, but not a particularly religious family, because I believe in the Christian gospel, and I hope eventually my wife comes to see it the same way. But if she doesn't, then God says everybody has free will, and so that doesn't cause a problem for me.
But I do see some similarities of my husband in JD and Vice President JD. Yes, I do.
Rumors are now tearing through social media. Whispers say J.D. Vance could be on the verge of ending his marriage with Usha and getting dangerously close to Erika Kirk. Some insiders even hint he might marry Erika just before launching a 2028 presidential campaign. Word is, Usha confided in friends that she's uncovered messages pointing to Erika's secret plan, months in the making. That seemingly innocent hug between JD and Erika? Far from casual, it was a calculated move, testing how the public would react to seeing them together. Now, everyone's left wondering, what does this mean for Usha? Sources reveal she's been sinking into anxiety and isolation, convinced JD is already emotionally checked out, ready to start a whole new chapter with Erika.
What do you hope to achieve for Charlie and for the country?
Oh my goodness. All of his wildest dreams for this organization.
Some insiders believe Erika has been carefully crafting her public image, making appearances at high-profile events, all while quietly positioning herself to become the next First Lady.
I confronted Usha Vance. I held her hand and I told her, honestly, I do not know how I'm going to get through this.
What makes this even more explosive is how online sleuths have linked these rumors to Erika's past scandals, especially those tied to her former business partner, Charlie. Now, fans are questioning, was this all a calculated move to bury her history, reinvent her image, and claim her spot right beside JD in the political arena?
Ever replace my husband? No. But I do see some similarities of my husband in JD and Vice President JD Vance. I do. And that's why I'm so blessed to be able to introduce him tonight, because he understands the fight that we're up against.
Though nothing has been officially confirmed, the speculation is running wild. TikTok and Reddit are flooded with detailed timelines, leaked screenshots, and intense body language analysis. Every look, every photo is being scrutinized like never before. People say this isn't just a story about politics or relationships. It's a battle for power, image, and ruthless ambition. And if even a fraction of these rumors prove true, JD's path to the presidency could be far messier and more explosive than anyone imagined. But here's where the drama deepens. Sources say Usha Vance might have finally connected dots. She's been quietly digging, piecing together the puzzle, and what she's uncovering could change everything.
I don't think I've ever been this happy in my entire life.
Nothing is changing, but I want to preface, we're not awkward, we're not like weird, cringe. We're not cringe, we're not going to be tweeting as if it's him. That's tone deaf and really disturbing, and anyone who does that's like morbidly
Hey, we're going to be doing about 5 more episodes a week now, so just tell the team and make sure that happens.
3 hours of this, 2 more hours of...
It's like, lady, wasn't your husband just publicly executed only a couple of weeks ago? I've never had this much joy on my best.
And now, it seems Usha is starting to suspect something far deeper is unfolding between JD and Erika Kirk. Those close to her say she's uncovered messages, photos, and even overlapping travel schedules, all pointing to a connection that's anything but accidental. Insiders claim Usha believes Erika has been orchestrating this quietly since Charlie's memorial, slowly weaving a bond with JD while the public remained distracted. But what truly ignited the online frenzy was that unforgettable moment at the Turning Point event in Oxford, the infamous hug everyone can't stop dissecting. Erika spoke about her late husband with emotion, but her body language told a different story. Many swear they saw a subtle smile when she compared JD Vance to her former partner, calling him steady, loyal, and brave. That praise immediately set fans on edge.
Imagine, Stuart, we kept what we've seen happen over the past 10 years going for the next 8 years, which is what a lot of people believe is going to happen, that the Democrats are in such a bad spot with no leader, no message, and nothing that the American people are interested in, that once Donald Trump ends his term, and we love the Trump 2028 hats, don't kid yourself, I know everybody, especially a lot of Democrats love those, that it will be J.D. Vance for the next 8 years, and that is terrifying to the Democrat Party.
Then J.D. came up.
Then JD stepped onto the stage, and that unexpected hug happened, right in front of the cameras. To most, it may have seemed like a simple, comforting gesture. But now, with everything else coming to light, that moment takes on a whole new meaning. Social media is flooded with clips analyzed frame by frame, slowing down every second. People are saying, this wasn't sympathy, this was chemistry. And now everyone's asking, was this truly an emotional moment, or the carefully planned soft launch of something much bigger happening behind the scenes?
My background is very different from JD's. I grew up in San Diego, in a middle-class community. With two loving parents, both immigrants from India. When JD met me, he approached our differences with curiosity and enthusiasm. He wanted to know everything about me, where I came from, what my life had been like. Although he's a meat and potatoes kind of guy, he adapted to my vegetarian diet and learned to cook food from my mother, Indian food.
When Erika took the stage, it wasn't just her words that grabbed attention. It was everything about her presence. People were stunned she spoke so boldly just weeks after losing her husband, delivering lines that sounded less like a tribute and more like a declaration. One phrase broke the internet. No one will ever replace my husband except JD. But it wasn't just her words, it was her entire vibe. The tight leather pants, JD's hand resting on her waist, her fingers casually brushing through his hair. Every moment was captured on camera, leaving fans wondering, was it comfort or something far more intimate? Comment sections exploded with questions. How long are we going to pretend this is just grief? Because gradually, those emotions started to look less like sorrow and more like a public reveal. Since that day, viewers say Erika's energy on camera has felled off. From her confident tone to those picture-perfect outfits, nothing fit the image of someone still mourning. Fans have dissected every clip from September 10th onward, and the online verdict? Her reactions just don't add up. But here's the biggest bombshell. Behind the scenes, whispers say Trump's inner circle is already grooming J.D. Vance for something massive, a move that could change everything.
My wife did not grow up Christian. I think it's fair to say that she grew up in a Hindu family, but not in a particularly religious family in either direction. Now, most Sundays, Usha will come with me to church. As I've told her, and I've said publicly, and I'll say now in front of 10,000 of my closest friends, do I hope eventually that she is somehow moved by the same thing that I was moved in by church? Yeah, I honestly do wish that, because I believe in the Christian gospel, and I hope eventually my wife comes to see it the same way. But if she doesn't, then God says everybody has free will, and so that doesn't cause a problem for me. That's something you work out with your friends, with your family, with the person that you...
Reports claim that key political insiders, including one of Trump's closest allies, Laura, have openly said it. Once Trump's second term ends, J.D. Vance is poised to take the reins for the next 8 years. Now, fans are asking the burning question, is the connection between J.D. and Erika personal or purely political? Because no matter what, this all feels like a meticulously planned rise to power, and everyone's watching every move. But let's take a step back and really examine how Erika's been acting since Charlie's passing, because her behavior has everyone talking. Since September 10th, she hasn't taken a genuine break from the spotlight. Interviews, appearances, podcasts, charity events, she's everywhere. Viewers are noticing one thing. She always looks perfectly styled, flawlessly composed, and camera-ready. Then came the statement that set every news feed on fire. Erika saying, J.D. Vance is the only man who can truly compare to Charlie. That one sentence flipped the entire story upside down.
Is that I did grow up in a religious household. My parents are Hindu, and
that was one of the things that made them such good parents, that make them really very good people. And so I think I've seen the power of that in my own.
People couldn't believe how bold that statement sounded, especially with everything still so fresh. It didn't feel like grief anymore. It felt like strategy. And that's exactly what fans are starting to believe. Online detectives are convinced Erika isn't just building sympathy, she's carefully crafting her image. One viral post on X, formerly Twitter, put it bluntly, calling it right now, JD Vance will end his current marriage and end up with recent widow Erika Kirk. Together, they'll be the power couple of the 2028 campaign. That post exploded across social media. People were reposting, debating, and dissecting every word. Some called it wild speculation, but many say the puzzle pieces fit too perfectly to ignore. Between Erika's relentless media push and JD's rising political star, this theory feels less like gossip and more like a calculated game for America's highest seat. So what are we really watching? A love story? A PR masterstroke? Or maybe both? Whatever it is, no one can look away. One post that's been making serious waves online claims JD might soon use religion as the official reason to walk away from his marriage. The theory says he'll announce that Usha, who practices Hinduism, refused to convert, and that irreconcilable beliefs drove them apart. After that, the prediction goes, JD would marry Christian evangelist Erika Kirk, framing it as a union born from shared pain and healing. Whether any of this is true or not, it's definitely stirring up a storm. And here's where things get even more emotional. People online are expressing real concern for Usha. Many say she looks drained and withdrawn, sparking sympathy and speculation that she's struggling under the intense spotlight. Fans aren't just imagining it. JD's recent public comments haven't helped. Clips have surfaced where he makes light, even dismissive remarks about their cultural differences. Some viewers found it disrespectful, uncomfortable to watch, especially given how JD once proudly said their love was stronger than religion. Before Erika Kirk came into the picture, JD and Usha appeared united, often emphasizing that their different faiths made them stronger, not divided. But now people are wondering what changed. Is this a genuine drift, or part of a bigger story being crafted for JD's political image? The online noise is only growing louder, and Usha's silence is starting to speak volumes. Fast forward to today, and the situation between JD and Usha seems to have taken a sharp, unsettling turn. In recent interviews and speeches, JD's remarks have shocked many. He's made comments that some felt were embarrassing to Usha, like when he said he still hopes she'll convert to Christianity for him. Fans were quick to call that tone-deaf and outdated. But what really caught everyone's attention was when JD appeared to throw shade at Usha's family, claiming they weren't particularly religious. That line didn't sit right with people because Usha herself has told a very different story. In past interviews, she spoke warmly about her upbringing, describing a loving, faith-centered Hindu household. She said her parents' spirituality shaped them into kind, generous people. So when JD made that comment, many saw it as unnecessary, even disrespectful, especially since Usha has been nothing but supportive throughout his political rise. Social media exploded instantly with clips, side-by-side comparisons, and comments like, "Why downplay her background just to boost your own image?" Moments like these have everyone questioning what's really happening behind the scenes of this marriage. Because whatever's going on, it doesn't look peaceful anymore. Now, here's where the eyebrows really rise. Why is JD suddenly changing the story and throwing shade at Usha's family when the receipts show a completely different reality? People haven't forgotten their beautiful interfaith wedding, complete with a Hindu priest performing traditional blessings. Photos show Usha in traditional attire, surrounded by family, while JD proudly took part in the rituals. Usha herself has said this ceremony was deeply meaningful, a way to honor both love and faith at once. That's why so many are confused and honestly disappointed to hear JD downplay that history now. Fans online say it feels like he's rewriting their story just to appeal to a certain political crowd. Some even suggest he's doing it intentionally to craft a narrative that gives him a convenient reason to end the marriage. The theory goes like this. JD claims Usha won't convert, spins it as an unbridgeable spiritual difference, then moves on, possibly to Erika Kirk, who fits the image of a conservative, faith-driven partner that would boost his political appeal. And the timing? Suspicious as hell. Just a month after her husband's passing, Erika publicly says she sees similarities between her late partner and J.D. Vance, a line that instantly made headlines. Then, suddenly, J.D. starts making public comments about his wife's religion. People are connecting the dots, and the pattern looks way too obvious to ignore. Now, everyone's asking, is this about love, faith, or pure political strategy? Because whatever it is, it feels too calculated to be coincidence. J.D. Vance is out here saying his wife won't convert to Christianity, and the timing couldn't be more suspicious. On top of that, a wild new theory is making waves online. J.D. might try to use something called Pauline privilege as his escape route. If you haven't heard of it, Pauline privilege is an old Catholic rule based on the Apostle Paul's writings that allows a Catholic convert to end a marriage that isn't considered sacramental. Put simply, if one partner isn't baptized Christian, the marriage doesn't count as sacred under church law. The Catholic partner can then end the marriage and still remarry within the church. Guess what? J.D. is Catholic. Usha is not. So, according to this theory, that could give him a religious loophole to walk away from his current marriage without backlash and still have a full church wedding with Erika Kirk later on. To be clear, this is all unconfirmed speculation swirling online. But that hasn't stopped people from connecting the dots. Combine this with all the strange public shifts since Charlie's passing, and the puzzle pieces look way too neat. Some even believe this is JD's quiet strategy, framing the split as a matter of faith rather than scandal, while positioning himself as a devout family man to conservative voters before his rumored 2028 run. And honestly, when you look at the timing of it all, it's hard not to wonder if something much bigger is being set in motion behind the scenes. Here's where things take a seriously shocking turn. Everyone online is now connecting Charlie Kirk's passing to the entire J.D. Vance and Erika Kirk situation, and the theories are getting wilder by the day. People are asking, was Charlie's death really just a tragic accident? Or is there more going on behind the scenes that no one's talking about? If you've been following the timeline, you know there are so many inconsistencies in the public story, from strange statements to sudden shifts in Erika's behavior. Fans are convinced something just doesn't add up. Everywhere you look, TikTok, Reddit, X, people are diving deep into this mystery, connecting dots, posting threads about how this moment may have paved the way for Erika to move closer into JD's political circle. Some even say Erika's public grieving feels rehearsed, that her calm composure and perfectly timed interviews seem less like raw emotion and more like image management. Others claim her sudden rise in visibility right after the tragedy looks less accidental and more strategic, almost as if she's been quietly setting the stage for something much bigger. Been carefully guided into the spotlight at just the right time. Of course, no one knows the full truth, and we're not here to throw wild accusations. But the patterns people are pointing out, they're definitely hard to ignore. When you line up all the public appearances, the sudden closeness with JD, and the timing of it all, it's easy to see why the internet is buzzing nonstop. Because, let's be real, when you mix politics, image, and high-profile relationships right after a tragic event, people are going to start asking questions. And this time, those questions are louder than ever. Now, here's the part that's really got the internet in overdrive. This story isn't just about JD's political future or Erika's possible First Lady image anymore. People are genuinely worried about Usha Vance's well-being. After JD's public comments, which many saw as humiliating, fans online began voicing serious concern for her emotional and mental health. They say she's been far too quiet lately, and that silence has made people uneasy. One viral post even joked darkly about future headlines, saying, "Watch, in a few weeks, we'll see something like, Usha Vance steps away for health reasons, and suddenly JD and Erika are pictured bonding over shared grief." Obviously, it's just speculation, but it shows how far people's imaginations are running with this story. The wildest part? Even people who don't usually follow politics are getting caught up in the drama, analyzing every post, interview, and tiny move JD and Erika make. Whether it's real concern or just internet hype, the conversation has officially gone beyond politics. This has turned into a full-blown saga about power, image, and personal loyalty. But hey, that's where we'll leave it for now because this situation is evolving by the day. And you know the internet isn't letting go anytime soon.
So, what do you think?
Is this all just coincidence? Or is there a deeper game being played here? Drop your thoughts down below. I really want to hear your take on it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video so more people can join the discussion. And hit that notification bell so you won't miss the next update. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.